Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Good.
Yeah, doing well.
Welcome to WRSU, or I guess as close as we can get to WRSU. I know one of your bandmates isn't here with you, but if you guys could just introduce yourselves, introduce the band.
Yeah.
I'm Em.
I'm Juliet, and we're two members of Corey Flood.
So, how did you guys form as a band?
So our other bandmate, Ivy, she and I went to neighboring colleges outside of Philadelphia, Haverford and Bryn Mawr, and we were actually in the same concert booking collective, so that's how we met. But we didn't start playing music until after we both graduated. And then we'd booked our first show, which was happening in my basement. And we the person who was playing guitar at the time couldn't make it. So I think I met Em the weekend before at a show they were playing, and they were just very generous and offered to fill in on guitar without ever having heard the music or anything. And then we had our first show, and from there Em became a permanent member, so that was really nice.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys have a new album out called Hanging Garden. Tell me a little bit about the creative process behind that album, how it was created.
The album's been a work in progress for I guess since the end of 2017 we started writing those songs. And then we recorded them February of 2019. It was a really collaborative process, which was cool. Kind of unlike the first record, which was just rushed demos that we recorded in an afternoon. Still a great time, but this we had the opportunity to be a little more intentional, which was really great.
Yeah, I actually saw a tweet from one of you guys that said that you recorded this album in 2 days. What was that like recording it so fast?
Oh, that was really exhausting also.
I thought it was fun.
It was fun though. It was there was a rush of adrenaline for sure.
One of our best friends, Jackie Milestone, recorded us, and they have the strongest attention span I've ever seen. They would just work for 14 hours and be enthusiastic the whole time. Didn't really take breaks.
Yeah.
So just being around their energy was really exhilarating, I thought.
Yeah, I think we did 14-hour days.
Wow, that's amazing. Props to you guys. Another thing I was wondering is why the name Hanging Garden? Is there a deeper meaning behind that?
That is something, a reference that I've had in a lot of poems, and it's in the song Down the Hill. And it's a reference that I've put into a lot of poetry, and I thought it sounded good. We thought it sounded good.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of throughout the whole album, a lot of themes of inner thoughts and things like that. Was there a message that you were trying to get across with the whole album? And if so, what was it?
I don't think there was a particular message. I mean, I know Ivy and I have talked about this, and it's kind of just things we've experienced. We write from experience.
Yeah, the best music comes from the heart, right?
Totally.
So then the lead single off of this album is Heaven Or. What was the inspiration behind that song? When did you write it? How did you write it?
Well, Ivy wrote the lyrics.
Yeah,
I can't really speak to that.
But yeah, do you remember when we wrote this one? I feel like it just kind of randomly happened. Didn't you just come up with a cool guitar line once and
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of everything I feel proudest of is was like instantaneous, you know. There was just this flow that yeah, I honestly really don't remember when we wrote that song.
Just one day in the basement.
Yeah.
So I know Ivy's not here and she wrote the lyrics, so you might not be able to answer this question, but I was wondering what the meaning behind the main line in Heaven Or is, like, I know what you saw. I mean, I know what I saw.
Yeah, I think like Ivy's when she like talks about this song, she kind of describes a time period where she was maybe feeling like pretty gaslit by people. So it's kind of just like a self-affirmation, like I can trust myself and my intuition. I think, I don't want to speak for her, but that's like the sense I get.
That's really powerful. Or if that is what she meant by it, then that's really powerful. And then because we are all in quarantine right now, did you think that COVID-19 like affected your whole creation process with this album at all?
We had already recorded this February of 2019, so no, but it's definitely affected the release cycle. I mean, I would hope that we would be out touring right now if it weren't for COVID.
And also like when we made the music video, we had to do it. We did it like in our own bedrooms.
Yeah, I noticed it was like a very quarantine-esque kind of video. But I mean, they have a certain charm of their own, right?
Yeah, it's very time stamped to this time.
Yeah, you'll look back and be like, yeah, that was our quarantine video.
Yeah.
And then you guys had a previous EP with 4 songs, right? It was called Wish You Hadn't. Was there like a kind of different approach with this album versus your old EP?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I had at that point in time been in the band for I think a month, maybe 2 months. So
yeah, I think we recorded that EP like in like one afternoon, like maybe a month after we'd formed, and like I think we'd only played 1 show, maybe 2 shows. So I don't know, we were just like figuring it out at that point versus this album, like we've been writing these songs for several years, so our relationship to them is a bit different.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more solid, I guess, right?
Mm.
And then going off of that, like your last album, you described it as like basement goth, right? And there was a tweet at one point, I think, that said it was basement goth. And then this album is more like guitar, lo-fi, pop rock kind of thing. So now going forward, are there any other sounds that you might want to try or any styles that you want to try out?
I mean, I hope that we're always growing and creating things that are different, not just for the sake of being different, but just experiment.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we're always just like, I don't know, releasing whatever we're kind of interested in at the moment, like whatever just comes out when we're playing together. So I think that naturally evolves as we, like, our interests change.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess my last question is just, what's next for Corey Flood?
Good question. It's a bit strange right now because we're all quarantined in separate places. So I think we want to focus on writing for a future album, but yeah, we still have some stuff to figure out.
Gotcha. All right, well, that's it for my questions, basically. So it was nice meeting you guys. Thank you for agreeing to interview, and congratulations on this album. I'm sure you guys worked so hard on it. I mean, it's back in 2017 you started writing it, so it's a long time coming.
Yeah,
so
thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.